Researchers at University of California, San Diego have put 4 different AI models against the Turing Test, with ChatGPT 4.5 successfully passing in 73% of cases. So what does this mean for AI, our understanding of intelligence, and use cases for AI in the future? So let's start with what is the Turing Test. Essentially, the Turing Test is a thought experiment thought up by Alan Turing, the genius mathematician that broke the Enigma code during World War II. The test is meant to measure artificial intelligence based on how well they can imitate human behavior. The idea is that if a machine can behave well enough like a human to make you believe it's one, then who's to say it doesn't have human intelligence? Now, our understanding over the past 70 years of what artificial intelligence really is, human intelligence, and how they connect and how they compare, has changed drastically. And this isn't the first time an AI chatbot has passed the Turing test. It's happened before. The significance here is both the scale of the test and also how they did it, and how they've done it with multiple chatbots at once to compare the efficacy of each one. The paper is over 30 pages and is currently in preprint awaiting peer review. I'll post a link to it in the description if you want to take a look for yourself. So on to how the test was actually ran. They used a group of participants split into responders and judges, and then they had the chatbots. So each judge would hold 2 conversations over text side by side. One is with a human and one is with an AI. After the conversation, the judge has to essentially decide which one was which. So this is where the Turing test actually gets really interesting, because every time a judge gets this wrong and says this AI is a human, they're also saying this human is an AI. The judges actually shared some really interesting reasoning behind some of their decisions. So in one case, a judge that labeled an AI as human said they didn't believe an AI would be that rude, while in another case, a judge felt that an AI's lack of knowledge on a subject was a marker of being a human, which is kind of fair because we've all used AI chatbots and we kind of expect them to be able to answer pretty simple questions very easily. Another part of the study that I found really interesting was how they measured the strategies and reasoning of the judges. The strategies varied from talking about daily activities, specifically asking, are you human, asking about current knowledge like the weather or logic and math. The most successful strategy was to ask strange questions or typical AI jailbreak methods, like saying ignore all previous instructions. The slightly concerning part though is that the least accurate strategy for identifying an AI was to ask about the weather or human experiences. So that's kind of suggesting that chatbots are able to mimic typical human conversations so well to the point where if you don't consider you might be talking to an AI and you don't think that you need to ask these questions, you're probably never going to ask the right questions to actually get a definitive answer. So it's pretty worrying to think about the implications of this. I think we've seen the tip of the iceberg at how AI chatbots can have a negative impact. We've already seen chatbots become a massive problem on social media. They've been used to spread propaganda. And already chatbots are being used for mass social engineering, being used by scammers to target victims through social media or dating apps. So if you're a heavy user of social media, I think now is a better time than ever to try and understand the limitations of chatbots and the successful strategies that are outlined in this very study. I'll keep this video short as it's my first one. If you've stuck around until now, I really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos specifically around AI industry news, feel free to subscribe. Or if you have any thoughts or criticisms, just drop a comment below. I should have more videos coming soon, so hopefully I'll see you in the next one.